Hey Raiders fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Las Vegas Raiders. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. The sports world is absolutely shaking tonight, and if you thought you'd seen everything in the NFL, think again, because Lamar Jackson, the electrifying quarterback who has defined the Baltimore Ravens for years, is reportedly on the move. Yes, you heard it right. Sources close to the situation are buzzing with the news that Jackson has left the Ravens organization, ending an era that had its highs and lows, but always kept fans on the edge of their seats. The rumors began circulating earlier this morning, and by the afternoon, social media was ablaze with speculation. Clips of Lamar's most iconic plays flooding timelines, fans expressing disbelief, excitement, and, in some corners, outright outrage. The narrative surrounding his departure is still murky, with insiders hinting at complex negotiations behind the scenes, involving not just Jackson and the Ravens, but also other teams positioning themselves for a potential blockbuster. Now, the buzz is pointing toward the Las Vegas Raiders as the landing spot for Jackson, a move that could redefine the franchise in ways fans could barely imagine a year ago. The Raiders, known for making bold and headline-grabbing acquisitions, suddenly find themselves at the center of the NFL's attention, with pundits and insiders weighing in on how Jackson will fit into the desert oasis. The speculation includes everything from offensive schemes to potential conflicts with coaching staff, and social media chatter suggests that Raiders fans are already dreaming of deep playoff runs. Analysts are dissecting every angle: how the team will restructure its salary cap, the potential draft adjustments, and what this means for existing quarterback dynamics. Even casual fans are caught up in the frenzy, debating whether Jackson's dual-threat style will finally bring Las Vegas the consistency it has craved for decades. Reports suggest that the negotiations were intense, with multiple parties involved: lawyers, agents, and front office executives working around the clock to hammer out the details of this stunning transition. It seems that the Ravens were prepared to offer a substantial extension, but Jackson's desire for a fresh start, perhaps coupled with strategic career considerations, tipped the scales in favor of a move. Meanwhile, Raiders management is reportedly ecstatic, seeing an opportunity to invigorate a fan base hungry for a superstar presence. The intricacies of the deal, including performance incentives, signing bonuses, and potential clauses, are still shrouded in mystery, giving journalists and insiders plenty of room for speculation and excitement. Sports media outlets are already running round-the-clock coverage, and the narrative is shifting rapidly from mere rumor to near-confirmed reality, with every tweet, podcast, and segment feeding the frenzy. Some sources hint at the cultural impact of this move, emphasizing how Jackson's charismatic personality and high-energy playing style could transform the Raiders' locker room atmosphere. There's talk about marketing deals, fan engagement, and a spike in merchandise sales, as the Raiders prepare for what could be one of the most high-profile seasons in franchise history. Conversations around the team's offensive strategy are exploding, with experts debating how Jackson's mobility and improvisation skills will mesh with existing receivers and coaching philosophies. Meanwhile, rival teams are recalibrating their defensive strategies, anticipating the challenges of facing one of the NFL's most unpredictable and dynamic quarterbacks. Every angle seems to point toward a seismic shift in league dynamics, as Jackson's move is more than just a transfer. It's a signal that the NFL landscape is evolving at a dizzying pace. Social media, as expected, has become the epicenter of reaction, with fans from both Baltimore and Las Vegas expressing everything from heartbreak to pure exhilaration. Memes, highlight reels, and speculative commentary are dominating feeds, creating a virtual frenzy around Jackson's next chapter. Analysts on every major sports network are dissecting past games, performances under pressure, and even off-field leadership qualities to predict how the move will pan out. The narrative is multi-layered. Some see this as a career-defining moment for Jackson, others as a gamble for the Raiders that could either skyrocket or backfire spectacularly. Meanwhile, betting odds have already shifted dramatically, reflecting the uncertainty and excitement surrounding the move as sportsbooks and fans alike attempt to quantify what many are calling a game-changing acquisition for the NFL. Behind the scenes, insiders are whispering about the potential ripple effects across the league, from trade adjustments to rookie development and even coaching strategies. There's talk about how other quarterbacks might view this as a signal to push for more autonomy in their careers, how front offices might rethink long-term commitments, and how teams with playoff aspirations will scramble to counter the Raiders' newfound offensive firepower. It's a story that continues to grow in complexity and intrigue with each passing hour, creating a web of speculation that seems almost impossible to untangle. One thing is certain. Lamar Jackson's departure for Baltimore and arrival in Las Vegas has electrified the NFL, setting the stage for a season that could be remembered not just for the plays on the field, but for the sheer drama and narrative twists leading up to them. The Raiders' acquisition of Lamar Jackson is more than just a headline. It's the spark that could ignite a transformative period for the franchise, a team that has long been known for its unpredictability and flair for the dramatic. Observers are already dissecting the potential matchups and offensive schemes, imagining how Jackson's speed, agility, and improvisational brilliance might mesh with the talent already on the roster. There are questions about how the coaching staff will adapt their strategies to fully leverage Jackson's dual-threat capabilities, whether that means introducing more read option plays, quick-release passing strategies, or unconventional formations designed to exploit defensive mismatches. Each scenario fuels speculation, creating a dynamic and ever-changing narrative that keeps fans and analysts alike on the edge of their seats. Social media reaction reflects this, with endless threads discussing every hypothetical scenario, including some wild, out-of-the-box predictions that only add to the excitement surrounding Jackson's arrival. Meanwhile, the impact on the Ravens is equally significant, as they scramble to address the sudden vacuum left by a franchise quarterback who has been central to their identity. Speculation is rampant regarding potential replacements, trade targets, and draft strategies, with insiders hinting that the team may be forced to make bold moves to stay competitive in a conference suddenly dominated by storylines centered around Jackson. Fans in Baltimore are processing a whirlwind of emotions, from nostalgia over Lamar's iconic moments with the Ravens to anxiety about the future. The narrative continues to evolve, with sports commentators framing this as not just a player transfer, but a turning point that could reshape divisional dynamics, playoff projections, and even the career trajectories of multiple coaches and athletes. Analysts are pointing out that this single move could ripple through the league for years, making it a story that transcends any single season. On the business side, the Raiders are reportedly preparing for a surge in attention, sponsorship opportunities, and fan engagement, with Jackson serving as a centerpiece for marketing campaigns and community events. There's speculation that stadium attendance, merchandise sales, and digital content engagement will all spike as a direct result of this acquisition, further solidifying Jackson's value off the field. Meanwhile, other NFL teams are likely monitoring this development closely, considering the precedent it sets for negotiations with star players, free agency leverage, and strategic positioning in an increasingly competitive league landscape. The ripple effects extend far beyond Las Vegas, as every team must now reassess their own strategies in response to what could be a defining shift in the balance of power. It's a story that captures the intersection of athletic performance, business strategy, and cultural significance in a way few moves ever have. Players across the league are also reportedly reacting behind the scenes, with some expressing admiration for Jackson's bold decision to make a change, while others see it as a potential challenge that raises the stakes for their own careers. The locker room dynamics, veteran leadership, and rookie development within the Raiders are all topics of intense speculation, as insiders suggest that Jackson's presence could catalyze a new culture of competitiveness and innovation. Sports podcasts, analyst panels, and online forums are dissecting every facet of this potential transformation, from offensive line adjustments to defensive counters, creating an almost cinematic buildup to the first snap of what promises to be a season full of high drama and unpredictable twists. Fans are counting down the days, hours, and even minutes, anticipating the full debut of Jackson in a Raiders uniform and imagining the storylines that will unfold once the games begin. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The social media frenzy surrounding this news has created a feedback loop of speculation, analysis, and entertainment, as clips of Jackson's past performances go viral and meme accounts contribute to the cultural narrative surrounding his move. Fans and commentators alike are debating whether this acquisition represents a career-defining opportunity for Jackson, a franchise-altering shift for the Raiders, or perhaps both simultaneously. Every tweet, post, and livestream adds layers to the rumor, blurring the lines between confirmed news and speculative excitement. The collective energy is palpable, creating a sense of anticipation that feels almost electric. Sports betting markets, fantasy leagues, and discussion forums are all responding to the unfolding story, highlighting how a single-player transfer can dominate global attention in ways that extend far beyond the playing field itself. Meanwhile, analysts continue to speculate about the long-term consequences of this move, not just for the Raiders and Ravens, but for the league as a whole. Some predict that Jackson's arrival could spark a renaissance in offensive creativity, inspiring other quarterbacks and coaches to rethink conventional strategies. Others suggest that the move could create a domino effect in player trades, contract renegotiations, and even draft priorities as teams scramble to adapt to the new competitive landscape. The media narrative is dynamic, shifting hour by hour, as insiders weigh in with new perspectives, historical comparisons, and expert predictions. This constant flow of information and rumor ensures that the story remains fresh, relevant, and impossible to ignore, cementing Jackson's transfer as one of the most captivating sagas in recent NFL history. Finally, as the dust begins to settle, one thing is abundantly clear. Lamar Jackson joining the Raiders has ignited a frenzy that transcends sport, touching on culture, business, and fandom in ways few transfers ever have. The narrative is alive and evolving, fueled by speculation, analysis, and the innate excitement of witnessing a superstar player embark on a new chapter. Fans, analysts, and insiders alike are glued to every update, anticipating not just the games themselves, but the unfolding drama, strategy, and spectacle that will define Jackson's Raiders era. In a league defined by constant movement and unexpected twists, this story stands out as a defining moment, a chapter that promises intrigue, excitement, and unforgettable football moments that will dominate headlines for weeks, months, and perhaps even years. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.